it's Megan. Welcome back to my kitchen. This evening we're going to enjoy a movie and some popcorn, but tonight we're going to make special popcorn. I am going to be using the cookbook that I used for the chocolate chip cookie recipe, and this is the salty caramel corn recipe. It is really, really good. I remember growing up as a kid, we would get those tins of different flavored popcorns, and then once we found out that we had a food allergy, we couldn't eat them anymore. So when I found this recipe, I was absolutely excited to try making my own caramel popcorn here at home. To start off this recipe, we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 300 degrees. This recipe calls for a half a cup of unpopped popcorn, and then you pop it yourself in an air popper. I went ahead and I just skipped that step, and in this bowl over here on the counter, I already have a bag of popcorn that I already popped. It's just non-GMO, lightly buttered popcorn. I couldn't find any non-GMO unbuttered popcorn, so I just went ahead and popped that. So it's just the one bag. We're gonna get started on the caramel sauce. You're gonna need 2 sticks. It calls for salted butter, but tonight I only have unsalted butter. In this pot here, we're gonna melt the 2 sticks of salted butter, and we're gonna add 1 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. And then we're gonna add a half a cup of light corn syrup. We're going to let all this melt and combine. As we wait for that to start boiling, the cookbook recommends that you line a 15 by 18 inch rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. I unfortunately always forget to grab parchment paper from the store, so I've got my sheet here, and I just stuck some aluminum foil down in it, and then I sprayed it a little bit with some non-stick spray. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a teaspoon of salt and mix it up. Now that this has started boiling, we're going to set a timer and let it boil for 4 minutes without stirring it. Now that the caramel has boiled for 4 minutes without stirring it, you can kind of give it a little bit of a stir, and then we're going to dump the caramel sauce on top of our popcorn and then line it in this pan here. I have found that the easiest way is to dump the popcorn into this baking sheet and do it little bit by little and coat some popcorn and then add more popcorn and add more caramel sauce and mix it as we go in this pan. If you want to try and dump the caramel into a different bowl and just try and incorporate it, you can do that as well. Whatever would be easiest for you. That was creepy. So we've put some popcorn here. Now I'm just gonna drizzle. Okay, thank you, Ellen. I'm going to dump the rest of that caramel sauce on here. It works best if you can get your spatula up and underneath all of the caramel and then roll it on top. And I mean, you should know that that caramel came off, you know, out of that hot pot. But if this caramel touches your skin, it is like hot wax. So try not to let it touch you as you're mixing. Doesn't that look delicious? Extra. Please go. Alright, so I feel like it's pretty much coated. Now we're going to pop this into our 300-degree oven, and you're going to bake it for 30 minutes. But every 10 minutes, you're going to take it out and stir it, or try and stir it in the oven, but just to make sure that it's kind of mixing and that everything gets a good bake. And then when it comes out, the popcorn will be crunchy. Quick, before we throw this into the oven, I'm just going to take a little bit of salt and sprinkle some salt on top. That way we get a salty, sweet flavor. Here it goes in the oven. Alright, so we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And then when the 10 minutes is up, we'll stir it. Alright, so the first 10 minutes are up, and so I'm going to take this out of the oven. We're just going to give it a quick stir. Every time it goes in the oven, the caramel just kind of settles to the bottom of the pan. So if you do get up underneath of it, like I mentioned earlier, and just rotate it, smooth it back out, and just coat the popcorn in the caramel sauce all over again. And just try and level it all back out. We're going to stick it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. It smells so good. So, second time out, we're going to mix it up again. So it's been in for 20 minutes. We're going to throw it in for the last 10 minutes. Alright, so we are done baking it. We're just going to stir it up one more time and incorporate everything. What, buddy? Now, just let this cool for a little bit and then eat it. I will caution that as much as you want to touch it and dig in, like I had said earlier, that caramel sauce is like hot wax if it gets on you. So be careful and eat with caution. But thank you for joining us this evening in making this salted caramel popcorn. Can't wait to sit down and eat it with the family. So if you like this video, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. If you try this recipe, which I will link down below along with where to find this cookbook, shoot us a message or send us a picture and let us know what you think of this recipe and what your family thought of it and if you enjoyed it or not. So thanks for joining us. Take care and God bless.